D, wait for it, light bulb.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my weekend review where I come to you every Sunday with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. You can also find in the description for this video links to all 3 of the articles that I read to bring you this episode. So why don't we just go ahead and dive right in. So for my first story, it was announced this week that they're adding another villain to the Venom sequel in addition to Carnage. Now, it's important to note that Woody Harrelson is not for sure coming back, which I hope he is, but there's not been really any like real confirmation that he is coming back. But Woody Harrelson is, of course, going to be the villain Carnage, but they announced this week that a female villain, Shriek, which when I was reading it, I kept saying Shrek to myself because it looks so familiar. But anyways, which is in the Spider-Man comics she has the powers that would make her the perfect choice for a Venom movie. And that's that she wields sonic energy. She can make a sonic shield and fire sonic energy blasts. And of course, sound has been the weakness of Venom, so I think that works very well with the character. She also has the ability to bring out dark, violent thoughts. So I think that right there is very interesting. And now she starts off as a drug dealer, and you can tell with her powers and everything, or whatever, and how they decided to call her or whatnot. Now, I'm very curious to see who they cast in this role, and I think it's going to be very interesting. And it will also be interesting to see what Andy Serkis does. I think Andy Serkis is a very specific type of director, and he's not going to have like a Victoria's Secret model kind of Shriek. I think he's going to go for a more like a really strong performance. And so it's curious to see what that entails and how that it slightly pivots in the sequel, and if that pivot is in a good way. And I thought the first film I thought was super fun, and I thought it was really excellent. I wouldn't want them to lose that quality, but we'll see what happens. Plus, I'm really curious to see how they cast the role and who they cast. And I, like I said before, this is an excellent choice as far as villains go, because she emits sonic waves, and every time a sonic like boom goes off, Venom like separates from its host. So it's really interesting, and it was a good choice on their part. All right, so that's my first story. So for my second story, excuse me, I'm a little sicky. Anyways, so the second story of the day is that AMC announced that they are starting their own streaming service. Interesting. Now, that's going to be called AMC On Demand. AMC On Demand, so the basic idea is that Stubs members is not just A-list members, which is the highest membership at the AMC, but you can just be a Stubs member, but those people get access to this on-demand service, and you can buy or rent movies in A-list. Has worked out pretty much, you can buy or rent movies, and I think the A-list has worked out pretty well for AMC. So they're doing pretty good with these premium services, and maybe they're feeling a little bit good about that whole situation. And they're like, okay, let's do a streaming service for AMC Stub Service members, and they can either buy or rent movies. Now, now there's so many places that you can buy and rent movies from that, why on earth would you want to rent or buy movies from AMC? Why would you get another app on your phone or your device or another device But it really just seems weird to me that you would, for AMC. I mean, for instance, Fandango does the same thing, and I don't think anybody buys or rents movies from Fandango. I mean, if you do, great. Go ahead and comment down below, because I don't. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure I've earned some stuff on that Fandango Go, but I mean, I don't collect anything on that. So on this, so one of the benefits is that for this service is that if you rent or buy a Lionsgate or Paramount movie, Paramount or Lionsgate will give you 3 additional movies from the studio for free. So it's got that going for it. For me, the only thing that I would see as beneficial is that if they let you rent or stream current movies that are out in the theater, like right now. Like, for instance, Maleficent. I'm so sorry. Maleficent 2 is coming out this weekend, or it came out this weekend, because it's Sunday, and I would want to know, would I be able to stream Maleficent? I mean, for even just a little bit of a higher price. I mean, I just think this is a silly endeavor, in my opinion, and I think that if they just got people to shut up in the movie theater, and maybe if they picked up the movie theater every now and then, they like kept it clean, I think that would be way more beneficial than this nonsense of a streaming service from a movie theater chain. This just sounds like nonsense to me. So, moving on to the third and last story. It looks like the timeless classics from Studio Ghibli will be made exclusive to the upcoming streaming platform that is HBO Max. Now, with the upcoming service from HBO dropping in the spring of 2020, the announcement has just dropped that the movies of Studio Ghibli, I hope I'm saying that right, will be making landfall alongside its debut, giving fans the opportunity to stream these animated classics whenever they choose. From the press release, HBO Max has confirmed that the 21 feature-length films of Studio Ghibli will arrive with the debut of the streaming service. Now, those 21 feature-length films of Studio Ghibli, like I said, will arrive on the streaming service, and they will be available at launch of the service. And those movies, some of those movies are Spirited Away, love it, My Neighbor Totoro, Princess Mononoke, my favorite, Howl's Moving Castle, so good. Kiki's Delivery Service, haven't seen it, but I would watch it. Ponyo, super fun. Castle in the Sky, Castle in the Sky. And The Tale of Princess Kaguya. I haven't seen that one. I didn't pronounce that right, but sorry. I haven't seen that one either, but these are just to name a few of them. And like I said, Princess Mononoke, one of my favorites. I love that movie so much. I think, like I just said, from that list alone, like Spirited Away, I mean, that Dragon Boy, so good, so good. But I don't know if this is necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. I'm planning on getting HBO Max, so I would love to watch these movies on a regular basis. So what do you guys think about the news that HBO Max will be the exclusive platform for Studio Ghibli's films? Will you be subscribing to the streaming service when it drops next year or not? I mean, I don't know. Like I said, this is it's a good thing in my opinion, just because I'm planning on getting HBO Max, just because I like a lot of HBO stuff. So I will definitely be like, if I feel like watching Princess Mononoke, even though I own it, I will definitely be like, oh, hey, I've got, a couple of hours. Why don't we just pop this on and watch it? So tell me, what do you guys think about these 3 stories this week? How do you feel about them adding a female villain, Shriek, to the Venom 2 alongside Carnage? How do you feel about AMC theaters opening their own streaming service? And how do you feel about Studio Ghibli putting all their movies and films on HBO Max streaming service? Go ahead and leave all your thoughts on that down below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next Sunday with my week in review. You guys have a good week. Bye.
Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my Week in Review.